Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and real talk, we're not feeling great about Marvel right now, are we?
Oh, that's bad. And that's you.
We see you Marvel Studios trying to quickly prune our distaste for the Secret Invasion finale with a fun, quirky Loki trailer first thing at the top of the next week, like your Agent K telling us to look right here. And while Loki Season 2 looks great, it does kind of look like it'll once again be taking place in its own continuity immune corner of the MCU without really needing to address any of the other Phase 4 or Phase 5 Marvel events. Because of that, we can't really get over the feeling that Secret Invasion and other recent Marvel titles have so weighted down the MCU with loose ends and unresolved issues that it'll be impossible for the studio to bring back the glory days. At least not until like 2027, when we're all too spent and too replicated by AI to care. But you know what? I still believe in the MCU. I think its best days are mostly still ahead, and I don't think it's beyond redemption. In a recent video, I diagnosed what went wrong with Secret Invasion and the state of Marvel right now. In this video, now that we're starting to hear rumors that Marvel might actually be finally closing in on Fantastic Four casting and the arrival of Galactus, I want to add to that diagnosis a humble prescription for how Marvel could fix the MCU in probably the craziest way. My prescription: let Galactus eat MCU Earth. I'm not joking. Let him cook, folks. What is Galactus cooking? Us. We had our time. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. I know, I sound crazy right now, but I'm gonna get into it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're gonna be like, you know what, that might work. Before we get into it though, SAG-AFTRA has informed us that entertainment journalists like us are allowed to cover movies and TV shows and do our thing during the strike. Me begging Marvel Studios to eat itself obviously is not paid promotion. We support the writers and actors in their strikes so that they can make a decent living while they tell Disney to let them put MCU Earth out of its misery. Okay, I think by now we all agree on really the problems of Secret Invasion, right? Regardless of whether or not you enjoyed the series, like I enjoyed many aspects of Secret Invasion, especially Olivia Colman's performance, yet there's no denying the issues that the series left the MCU with. Like the implication that Rhodey was a Skrull since Civil War really doesn't make any sense. Gaia being so overpowered with Captain Marvel level abilities that should logically, with the Marvel's upcoming plot, link her to that crisis, despite her not going to be in that movie. And it seems like that movie centered around the unique personalities of those three women. Nick Fury, once the smartest tactician of the MCU, the fiercest leader, always 12 steps ahead, and this series just made a series of incomprehensibly stupid decisions and left Earth in a worse state than how he found it. We learned nothing about the millions of Skrulls still left on Earth, and the president just declared war on all extraterrestrials with no acknowledgement of the Asgardian colony that Black Panther Wakanda Forever told us he signed a trade pact with. And yeah, a lot of people are just adding this to the deeper issues Marvel fans have had since Avengers Endgame, that we don't really know who the Avengers are right now in the MCU, what anyone's power hierarchy is, and why no one is talking about the dead freaking Celestial in the Indian Ocean other than a quick joke about it in She-Hulk, a show that, by the way, acknowledged the existence of a meta AI overlord playing God with all of the MCU storylines, with no sense of how that fits in with the other meta godly overseers of the MCU. He remains in the Kang Dynasty, and that villain currently being played by an actor whose career future is a bit uncertain. Now, in our What Went Wrong video, I diagnosed the issues as, in my opinion, a scale dilemma, a struggle by the studios to provide clarity around the Avengers, and an overall tonal identity crisis. And in recent days, we've all seen a bunch of prescribed fixes, like Marvel should make less Disney Plus series, or they should make the episodes longer, or do more lower budget special presentations, or make shows more like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Netflix Daredevil, or just use Kang and Deadpool to retcon timelines. All of which could work, at least to some extent. Like I could see Marvel trying to retcon stuff, especially with Deadpool 3, as that movie appears to be, oh, I should say spoiler warning for set images for Deadpool 3, skip to this time to avoid it. Deadpool 3 seems to be aiming to kill off the Fox universe by including a 20th Century Fox logo pruned to the void, which, remember, the Fox X-Men movies used Days of Future Past to erase the events of X-Men The Last Stand and X-Men Origins Wolverine from continuity. Deadpool 1 and 2 made fun of and killed the Weapon X version of Deadpool from X-Men Origins, but for Deadpool and the X-Men, it had been years after the fact. The upcoming Deadpool 3 was written before Secret Invasion came out and everyone decided they hated it, so I wouldn't hold your breath for Deadpool 3 addressing it. Similarly, I just don't expect Marvel to roll out a Kang storyline in which some Kang variant allies himself with the Kree to like prune all the Skrulls out of existence and retcon the Rhodey and Gaia issues. Marvel has just never really admitted to defeat like that. Like think about it, the least beloved Marvel films from earlier phases, Thor: The Dark World, The Incredible Hulk, both of these movies received a kind of redemption, a huge arc in Avengers Endgame set during the events of Thor: The Dark World, and pretty much all the characters from that 2008 Hulk movie coming back in Shang-Chi and She-Hulk and in Captain America 4. But there is another, admittedly drastic route Marvel could take, and based off of clues might already be laying the foundation for Galactus. Now, longtime New Rockstars viewers know how much we use Geologie and how long we've been using it for, but if this is your first time hearing about Geologie, get ready for blockbuster quality skincare on a student film budget. Geologie is a 23-time award-winning skin, hair, and body care company recognized in Men's Health, Oprah Daily, Hypebeast, Birdie, Esquire, and GQ. Geologie's products are just a handful of powerful, proven ingredients that have been trusted by dermatologists for decades. Geologie can help you fight acne, reduce oiliness, prevent wrinkles, combat dark or puffy under eyes, have smoother, hydrated skin, and target signs of aging. Everything you need to keep your skin healthy, no matter how much you soak in the pool this summer. Don't know where to start? Geologie can create a simple and effective skincare or hair care routine for you. All you gotta do is take a quick 30-second quiz. Right now, if you use the code NewRockstars100, Geologie will give you 100% off their award-winning skincare trial set. You'll also get an additional bonus offer of up to 30% off one skin, hair, or body products when you add it to your trial. It's truly a wild offer, one of the best they've ever given our audience. So click the link in the description or go to geolog.ie/rockstars100 to get started. Let's remember that the Celestials' plan for Earth was for it to be destroyed. That was our destiny. Our whole existence, according to the gods of the Marvel Universe, was to just elevate the sentient life energy on the planet's surface to feed a gestating celestial baby, Tiamat, in our core so that he could eventually hatch and kill all of us. That plan was stalled by the Eternals, and ever since, the planet has bore a scar of that decision with Tiamat's corpse. I've made videos explaining how just this corpse sticking out of our stratosphere would make life on planet Earth unsustainable. And Marvel has painted a similarly grim picture of the future of the MCU Earth. In Loki's first season, Loki and Mobius talk about escalating apocalyptic events on the planet due to climate change, including a Category 8 hurricane in the year 2050, which is one of just many disasters, a climate disaster of 2048, a tsunami of 2051, the extinction of the swallow that completely screwed up the ecosystem according to Mobius, and Krakatoa, the volcano, re-erupting in 2049. The first time it erupted in the 19th century, it covered a third of the planet in ash. The implication is that Earth would eventually reach the point of Lamentus 1, a moon that faced utter annihilation. Earth, on its current MCU trajectory, is not meant to last much longer. The Celestials never intended on the planet making it this far. And here is our chance to finally make Eternals make sense, folks. They can make it all make sense. They don't have to ignore any of the history thus far. Now the United States on planet Earth is pursuing a crazy unilateral warpath against all extraterrestrials. President Ritson was so close to hitting the button to start World War III and nuke everything. Nick Fury is like, screw this, increasingly moving his operations outside of Earth's atmosphere. I just don't know how much longer Marvel's heroes could or really should keep a suit of armor around this doomed planet. In fact, watch my breakdown for the latest trailer of The Marvels. There's just a couple clues in there that seem to hint that this movie might introduce Silver Surfer, who is the herald of Galactus. Could totally see that in a post-credit scene. So the way the Thor movies let go of their past by just letting Surtur destroy Asgard, by letting Ragnarok happen, I think the boldest and best move for Earth in the MCU could be, after Earthbound events like Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, and other ground-based MCU titles, let's introduce Galactic and Fantastic Four. Based off of the latest casting rumors, it seems like that's gonna happen. But rather than staving off his apocalyptic event, as superhero movies tend to do, let Galactus feast. Let him eat us. Burn it down. Now, yes, don't let everyone die. Like, save as many Terrans as you can, please. Like, get the beloved Marvel heroes off the planet. Don't bother waking up those thousands of Skrulls in that basement. And let humanity live on adrift and read Richard's space arcs. Then use Avengers Secret Wars to assemble a multiversal battle world, and then just reset the MCU reality with a clean slate of continuity, a true 616. Only the heroes and storylines and histories that actually make sense at this point. Letting Galactus actually succeed in consuming the planet will make him a truly fearsome villain that we hate. The rage we felt for Thanos when he succeeded in snapping away half of all life. But it'll also give many viewers some catharsis to truly say goodbye to the old era of the MCU while being forced to be open to a new multiversal reset with some familiar faces and some new ones. Keep a lot of the Avengers we know and love, but bring in a new Tony Stark, a new T'Challa, a new Natasha Romanoff, Heroes for Hire and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Miles Morales who were always there. And yeah, maybe some freaking mutants, please. What do you guys think? Am I going too far with this? Should Galactus win? Is the Earth of MCU 19999 just too complicated and riddled with plot holes to save at this point? Or should we just put all of our hopes in the multiverse with Loki and Deadpool and Kang to fix everything? I don't know. I just think a bite being taken out of the Atlantic Ocean is just more fun to look at than like everything glowing and pruning. Let me know your thoughts on this hot take. Subscribe to all 3 of the channels of the New Rockstars Network. Follow me on all social platforms at EA Voss. Follow New Rockstars. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.